G'day everyone, I'm just going to do a little summary of what we should expect next week with some thunderstorms and possible rain. If we have a look from today, I'll just zoom back a little bit. We've got not much being expected for the weekend, so I'm looking at the EC model or the European model at the moment, and I'm using windy.com, which I really like. The only problem I have with windy.com is it is a little bit behind, and I like to have the latest, but it's great for summing up information. So as you can see, there is not much rain apart from down in the southeast. If we did that with the American model, the GFS, we'll see pretty much the same thing. Now, next week I did say that we should get some thunderstorms, probably only over about 3 days with a little bit of a tail off until we get to about the 3rd, which is when I've been forecasting the, I guess the next Southern Oscillation Index to produce the next sort of amount of rain. Now, the SOI, if I just go across to here, this is what I'm talking about. So from April, actually probably a bit earlier than that, even from January, actually no, it was even earlier than that, it was from December last year all the way through till about August. We had this nice little sort of up and down motion, and in the last 2 or 3 months we've had a little bit of strange sort of goings on, but there is still a pattern there, and you can see that it's going to reach a bit of a peak in about a week's time, and when I say a peak, it might just be hitting the blue. That would indicate sort of either a weak rain event, or it could be the strongest one between here and the end of the year. I suspect it's probably the weaker of the events, and the stronger one is probably going to be in the first week of December. But if I go back to the Windy TV, we're back on Monday. Let's go back to the EC because they have this nice little thunderstorm display here, and anything in yellow is potentially stormy. Anything in red is likely to be stormy, and the pink is going to be severe. So you can see that it's getting really severe Monday afternoon as the heat builds up, and then it will get cooler again, and then as the heat builds up again, we will see storms a little bit further inland, and you'll see the trough will be along here. So that's a pretty solid a lot of thunderstorms, and it's getting very close to Townsville. So Tuesday evening we might see some storms in Townsville, maybe as good as the last lot we saw. Then Wednesday, last I checked, I think it got as intense, and then Thursday it started to ease off a little bit and move further to the north. And you can see there's a whole lot of storm activity over in Northern Territory, WA and South Australia. Then that storm action should ease off even further, but still stay up in the far northwest of the state. Well, that's changed a little bit, so we've got a little bit in the southwest now. But come the 3rd, we should, switching over to rain, we should start to see that these easterlies come through. Easterlies are good for Townsville. Southeasterlies not so much because they tend to bypass Townsville. You can sort of see a bit of a trough here where they're sort of running in towards the coast. So there's possible showers starting on not tomorrow but the following Saturday.